Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. For this video, I will be going over the 5-point problems for the Math Kangaroo 2013 test for levels 1 and 2 in the USA. So let's get started with number 17. Cassia has 3 brothers and 3 sisters. How many brothers and how many sisters does her brother Mike have? So, to go about this question, we have to know that one of these 3 brothers that Cassia has is Mike. So Mike wouldn't include himself as a brother. So when we do 3 minus 1, we get that Mike only has 2 brothers. Now, Cassia is one of Mike's sisters, but out of these 3, Cassia is not included. So we have to add 3 plus 1, and we get that Mike has 4 sisters. So the answer for number 17 is E, because 2 brothers, 4 sisters. Number 18. In a certain game, it is possible to make the following exchanges. 1 pear equals 2 apples. 1 apple equals 3 nuts. 1 strawberry equals 2 nuts. Adam has 6 pears. How many strawberries will Adam have after he trades all his pears for just strawberries? So, let's convert how many nuts are equal to 1 pear. So, 1 apple equals 3 nuts. So 3 for this first apple and 3 for the second. So 3 plus 3 is equal to 6. So 6 nuts. Now, 1 strawberry equals 2 nuts. So 6 divided by 2 equals that 1 pear equals 3 strawberries. So if Adam has 6 pears, we have to multiply 6 and 3 to get that Adam will have 18 strawberries after he trades 6 pears for all strawberries. So the answer for number 18 is C, which is ironic because it's question 18 and the answer is 18, but that doesn't really matter. Number 19. Anne has a square sheet of paper. She cuts these pieces out of the sheet, as many as possible. How many pieces does she get? So we can try this, and we realize that a corner is cut off. So we don't want to do that, or else we won't get the largest. So let's try this. Then we can do this. Then we realize these two won't be used. So whatever we try, we're going to get some squares cut off. So since this is a 4 by 4, that means that there are 16 squares in total. And when you divide 16 and 4, because there are 1, 2, 3, 4 squares in this figure, you get that the most you can cut out is 4 squares if you don't cut off any corners. But as we notice, we're always going to cut off a corner or some other squares. So that means that the most we can actually have is C. Number 20. Sophie makes a row of 10 houses with matchsticks. In the picture, you can see the beginning of the row. How many matchsticks does Sophie need all together? So this first house here has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 matchsticks. The second one also has 6, but I'm going to write 5 here because this matchstick is shared, and I decided to give it a count for the first one. So that's how it'll work. 5, 5, all the way until the 10th one. So it'll be all the way till the 10th one. So that means that since there's 1 with 6, that means that there is 10 minus 1, which is equal to 9 of these houses with 5 of its own matchsticks. So when we multiply 9 times 5, we get that the houses consisting of 5 of their own matchsticks will use 45 matchsticks in total. Now when you add 6 to this, 45 plus 6, you get that the total number of matchsticks these 10 houses will need is B, 51. 21. A tile falls off the wall. Caroline has three extra tiles. See the picture below. Tile A, tile B, tile C. Which tiles fit the pattern? So it's very hard to see, but you can notice that tile A is sort of the largest because it leaves a smaller amount of this. Then tile B is the smallest because it leaves a larger amount of this. And then tile tile C is equivalent to tile A. And so that means if the answer has to be A and C, so it can't just be A, or so it doesn't really have that. It just can't be C because it has to be either A or C. So it can't be this or this. And then all three of them are not equal, so that means all three of them can't fit. So if none of the answer choices say A and C, that means it has to be only B. Because B is not equal to A. B is not equal to C. It's not only C because C is equal to A and B is not equal to A and C. So that means it cannot all three of them fit. So A, only B can fit. So it would be very hard to like try to fit it and realize B fits. That's why they don't include A and C as an answer. So you have to take that knowledge and realize that it has to be A in this case. And if it instead of only B it said A and C, then that would be the answer because it's very hard to judge by trying to fit it. So doing that would be a waste of time because in my opinion, if I was to try that, it would get me nowhere near the answer. So, 22. Anna has one 5-cent coin, one 10-cent coin, one 20-cent coin, and one 50-cent coin. How many different values can she make with these coins? First off, there is the four coins just individually, which gives us four values. Next, when you group it with two, you would get three for the 5-cent coins, 10, 20, 50. Then it's already done with the 5, so 20 and 50, so that's two more. Now, the 20 was already done with the 10 and 5, so with the 50, that's one more, and then the 50's been done with everything, so no more for that. Now, we see that the ones with 3, so 5, 10, 20, 5, 10, 50, and 5, 20, 50. That's 3 for the 5. Now, the 10 has just 1, 10, 20, 50, and the others have 0. So the last one we can do is all four of them. And when you do this, you add to get that there are 15 values that she can make with these coins that are different. So the answer for 22 is D. 23. Ania makes a large cube from 27 small white cubes. She paints all the faces of the large cube green. Then Ania removes a small cube from 4 corners as shown. While the paint is still wet, she stamps each of the new faces onto a piece of paper. How many of the following stamps can Ania make? So, this is irrelevant besides the part that we have to know she painted it. We don't have to know it's green, so just ignore that and move on. So, the first shape here can be made because it's the bottom face, because the bottom face is missing 2 cubes like here, and the middle one is the only one left. Middle, middle. So that means that it can be made. B. B is this face here, because it has this, you just have to rotate it to fit. So it can be made. I just noticed that this looks like a smiley face because of the dots and the check. But once again, that's irrelevant. I just thought it was funny because I just noticed and I didn't do it intentionally. C. C is this face and this face, but it's clear to look at this because it's right away the exact same thing. So C can be made. Now this one, the fourth one. It's right over here where there's only one missing and it's not the middle one. So, yep, E. There's not going to be a single side that has all four missing because that would mean that the way she removes a small cube from 4 corners. So where she removes it will have to be from the same side. And as we can see, since there's one here and then two here, that means that it's not going to be all on the same side. So that means it cannot be this. And we see when we count up that there are D or the following stamps that Ania can make. Finally, on to 24. A square box is filled with 2 layers of identical square pieces of chocolate. Kirill has eaten all 20 pieces in the upper layer along the walls of the box. How many pieces of chocolate are left in the box? So it's a square box, so it has to be a 5 by 5, 6 by 6, 7 by 7, and you get the idea. So here's the deal. So it says that there are 20. So we have to divide 20 in 2 because perimeter is equal to 2L plus 2W, and area is equal to length times width. 6 by 6 or a 5 by 5, that's area, and it uses the numbers twice, right? And this one uses the numbers 2 times, so it's an extra 2, so when we divide, we get 10. So here's a trick. When it says that there are 20 pieces, so that just means the perimeter has 20, and it's a square. The square is always going to be, so you have to add 2 to this. 10 plus 2, you get 12. And then we know that 12 divided by 2 equals 6. So it'll be a 6 by 6. Because it might seem that there are 4 sides, so we can do 20 divided by 4, and oh, it's a 5 by 5. It might seem like this, but that is incorrect because the corners are shared on a side, and so you can only give each corner to one thing. So if you were to give it to 2 corners to the 6, and then another 2 corners to another 6, and the other 2 would be left cornerless, and there's 2 corners for each of them. So that means plus 6 minus 2 plus 6 minus 2, which is equal to 20. So this works. Now, knowing this, we know that it's a 6 by 6 by 2 because it has 2 layers. So a 6 by 6 by 2 equals 72. Now we subtract 20 because Kirill has eaten 20, so 72 minus 20, and we get that there are 52 chocolates left in the box. So the answer for number 24 is D. Thanks for watching, and the Math Kangaroo test is coming closer and closer. Tomorrow it'll be 1 month until the date because it's March 18th, and today is February 17th. So please subscribe, like, and hit the notification button so that you don't miss out on any content, and you encourage me to post more of this content so you could learn from it and be prepared and get a good score in the test. Bye!